wanted to show you something. I just got finished making this right here. This is a proof of concept for a 0-degree reverse kingpin longboard truck baseplate. It's cast out of a urethane resin and it's based on the Randall R2 geometry. I made a master out of clay and made a silicone mold and cast it, and if you have any interest in that, there'll be a video about that up as well. I'm going to assemble it and slap it on a board and see how it rides. So the hope is that it's going to go together just the same as any other longboard truck would. The idea with this geometry is that it's a base plate that when you lean, the truck turns this way, so you actually get to feel the lean of the board, but it doesn't turn this way. Just by way of comparison, this is a 50-degree plate, this is a 0-degree plate. The degree refers to the angle of this axis, the pivot axis on the hanger. That angle, the angle of that axis, determines when you lean on the board how much the wheels go side to side. So you can see, as I'm putting pressure on this, that the wheels are moving this way. If I were to do that on this, which is not really tight, the wheels aren't going to move this way at all. They just stay straight in line. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why would you want that? Well, the reason is you wouldn't want a board with this on both trucks. But if you stick it on your back truck, the back truck doesn't turn at all. All of your steering is coming from your front truck, which I know is pretty desirable for downhill, and it's also very surfy feeling from what I've heard. There have been a couple of people who've machined these before. I don't know if anyone's ever cast one. So I'm going to finish getting this set up, make some adjustments if they're necessary. I definitely want to add at least another washer. And then I'm going to put it on a board and go for a ride. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm hoping that the part will hold up, but if it fails, I am looking forward to seeing how it fails, because that'll be informative for any versions I make going forward. So we'll do that. We're going to spend some time riding it around, and we'll come back and tell you what we came up with. Just to make sure we get these wolf holes aligned, we'll take the hanger back off. Nice.
Baby. degree base plate, and it's very exciting. It rides well. It rides smoothly. It's stable. I got a little bit of speed on it on my way out of the park after I shot the video, and it felt locked in. I haven't done speed skating in a while, and I'm honestly a little scared. I need to get a helmet and pads again. I think I'm going to make a setup so I can put this on a downhill board and really go after some velocity, because I think that's where this thing is going to have value for me. But I'm also interested in the survey feeling of it. It is weird having all of the turning come from the front of the truck. It feels strange, but fun. And I think what I want to do is maybe even increase the ability of the front truck to turn. So maybe some wedges, maybe some different bushings. I'm just running the stock Randalls right now, so swap those out for something a little squishier. I've identified two things so far that need to be, that could be improved on. One is, I rode the truck in both orientations. Since it's 0 degrees, it doesn't actually matter which way it's facing. With the traditional way of mounting a reverse kingpin truck is with the pivot cup facing out. So in that orientation, you lose your tail, because if you try to stomp down with the tail, you end up grinding the bottom of the truck on the ground, which you can see I did there. The other thing was, before I even got that far, I was bottoming out the kingpin.
Gotta take care of that.
And that could have been solved by bigger wheels, which is an option, but I like these wheels a lot. I'm not going to swap them out. So what I did was I just flipped the kingpin, and the nut and the end of the bolt are now inside the truck, which is fine, but they're inaccessible. Someone actually pointed out to me that it makes it really hard to change the bushings, which is something you ideally would want to be able to do. So those are two things that I'm going to try to take a look at and consider for the next version. But ultimately, very happy with how the project went. It didn't break. It didn't fall apart underneath me, which was honestly a worry, but now that I've put some time in on the truck with this material, I'm feeling more confident with it. This isn't even the best resin that I was thinking of casting with, so the fact that this stood up and that I'm planning to upgrade is, I'm feeling much more confident about riding on these things. Hopefully I'll have some to share with you guys at some point and you can give it a shot for yourself. Yeah. It was a blast. I want to do so much more with it. There's going to be a lot more projects involving the 0 degree truck in the future. So, I hope you dug it. Cool, so that's it. The 0 degree truck, version 1. There'll be more to come. I'll see you soon. I rode the truck in both orientations. Since it's 0 degrees, it doesn't actually matter which way it's facing. Wait for the train to pass. Jersey Transit, no, Long Island Railroad. L-I-R-R. Oh. There it goes, by train.